Welcome to this new episode of Field of View, where we are at the intersection of virtual and augmented reality and human interaction. Today's episode was a really interesting piece, and I'll let Nick explain a little bit more.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about how virtual reality can increase the way that we perceive other people's feeling, the way that virtual and augmented reality can augment the way that we interact as human beings with each other, and the possibilities of communication that augmented and virtual reality have. And we're going to also touch about some philosophical aspects and ethical aspects and privacy aspects of this technology and evolution of this technology. And we're going to do all of this with the Professor Mark Billinghurst from the University of Auckland and from the Human Computer Interaction Lab. Mark, thanks for being with us. Would you like to cover a little bit and tell us to our listeners and our viewers, if they're on YouTube, stuff that we discussed during this podcast?
Great, thanks so much. Well, we had a great podcast. In particular, we discussed a little bit about empathic computing and how technologies like AR and VR and the combination of physiological sensors can create new connection between people. Another interesting topic we discussed was some of the ethical and privacy and societal impacts of the technology and how it may create changes in society over time. And then finally, we discussed a little bit about my own history and how I got to be the point where I was right now and how fortunate I was to be able to be at the very early stages of VR and be able to develop in the last 20 years and create this new research directions that we're doing right now.
Fantastic, Mark. So, Daniel, would you like to remind to our viewers where they can find the episode?
Yeah, wherever you normally get your podcasts, whether that's Spotify, Google Music, or Apple Music, or any one of those, or even on YouTube if you want to see all of our pretty faces as well. So make sure to catch every episode coming to a platform near you.
Don't miss this episode. Ciao.